Hello my dears and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chosen to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when I drop a new video. And I hope that you're all doing well. But if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. It's been a crazy year so far. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting Oracle of Oddities Oracle deck. And this is a new deck that was just recently released, and it is created by Goodchild, and she self-publishes all of her stuff. And at her website, last I checked, the deck was $47. And she has some other decks. She's probably most famous for the Antique Anatomy Tarot. And you can get that one on Amazon, or pretty much if you Google it, I'm sure you can get it used or in other stores. It's pretty well known. She's also put out a few other ones. The Memento Mori Oracle with expansion packs, if you choose to go with those. I have them, and I think I have videos on all of her decks so far. The expansion packs are General, Ancestors and Advisors, Timing, and Folk Magic. She also has, if you become a member, I believe it is, on her Patreon. It's a good way to find out when she's putting out new decks if you subscribe to her Patreon. I do believe she does free. There's a free option because I'm on that one. Or you can pay $5 a month. I think it's the cheapest one if I'm not mistaken. And then you'll get more if you're really interested in collecting her decks and her other stuff. You get a heads up before anybody else. And she also has put out single cards. So if I will drop her website in the description below so you can go there and check it out. Okay, so the deck specs are 5.40 height, and across is 3.40, and the width is 1.50. Title is on the top, which I'm so happy about. I'm really happy about. You just don't. And on the bottom, so totally ecstatic that it's on the top and the bottom, because I stack my decks like this because I have so many decks. I am a tarot collector, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Okay, so as you can hear, the cards will move around because it's not as tight. And on the back, you have this beautiful illustration. Okay, so there's no ribbon, so you pretty much have to pour the cards out. And it doesn't come with a guidebook, which I'm sad about. I wish there was a guidebook. But the deck, she basically designed it so that you would read it intuitively. So you'll have to spend a little extra time with the deck and really look at the illustrations and kind of draw your own conclusion as to what the card meaning is. And the cards are regular size, tarot size, as you can see, same size. And it's inch width, and there's 60 cards. And the card stock, if you're interested, is 350 GSM. And if you are going to use reversals, they won't be revealed by the artwork. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do flip through. And as you can see, this is just like her other decks. It has the skeletal anatomy with some animals and some flowers. And this is a good, I believe that this is a good way to study flowers as well, botany, I think it's called, and it'll give a deeper meaning to the cards. If you look up the flower, if you can, there, one of the things is there's no indication of the flowers, and if you're not good with flowers, you're gonna struggle a little bit, but that's why sometimes I wish they would put out guidebooks just to identify what's in the illustration, because I have no idea what this flower is. So I'm going to struggle with it. But go ahead and do a flip through. And basically you just have an illustration and the skeletal, whatever part she uses, and then some flowers and some animals, and then a keyword for the bottom of the card. And I think this is the, she's put out previous oddity oracles before, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like the third one, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And I think her last post, because I can't remember if she puts out a newsletter or not, but she's working on a tarot deck right now, so I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, I'm totally lost on the flowers. I would need a flower book to see the deeper meaning and the connection. But not to say that you can't learn. I mean, it's a good thing, you know. Always have a thirst for knowledge. Yeah, see, I understand this. This is mushrooms. Yeah, I understand this one. That is pretty. And this could also, now that I think about it, it could be like a health oracle as well. Like if you were to ask what part of my body needs attention, or what part of my body that I should be kind of protective of. I just thought of that. Yeah, I was looking at all the body parts and I was like, huh, that's interesting. You know, like when you have the skull thing, the skull pictures, it's like, you know, mental health. You know, you can focus on your mental health. Okay, so there's a lot of ways that you can use this deck. Okay, so shuffling, not too bad. I mean, if you can shuffle the regular size tarot cards, you should be okay. And the cardstock is a little on the thick side, but still, it's flexi bendy, as I call it. Okay, so you could do the rifle shuffle. I wouldn't suggest doing a side shuffle with these because they are not wide enough. You can also cut them. Do it that way. And you can do a fan. You could try and do a fan. Some of these decks, it's really hard to do a fan. You could try and do a fan, or you can just spread them all over your table. All right, so let's see what card wants to pop up and say hello. Ah, uncover. So, if we look at this card a little bit deeper, so it with the butterflies, that could be like transformation, because butterflies go through a metamorphosis and they transfer into the butterflies. And I'm not sure what flower this is. I do not know much. I know some flowers, but not a lot of flowers, and I would have to actually Google the flower. But basically, off the cuff, I would just interpret this as you need to, let's see, dig and basically uncover, like if you've ever asked yourself, why do I do this? Why? You know, you could ask yourself that question, that internal, you know, why do I do these things? And you're trying to understand yourself. Maybe you could do shadow questions with that question. Or uncover, like the Seven of Swords. Somebody may be lying to you, or there might be something that you're, you know, looking into. Maybe somebody's not being honest with you, and you're kind of like, this person's a little sus to me. I think I'm going to look into it further. You could be uncovering infidelity. That could be something else that you could be uncovering. Something at work needs to be looked at a little bit more. So you need to dig into it. You need to investigate it, you know, and because this is your skull, you know, it could do with, you know, thinking, like processing information. So that's just a little bit of what I would get from this card. Just giving you an idea, because unless you were to have some clarifiers to give you a little bit more of a direction of where this is going. So I would basically use the tarot as clarifiers. So I don't have a deck with me right now, but I would honestly take a tarot deck and use this as like maybe a clarifier, or it could be you could just use this and just, I have separate cards, but you could do like just take a tarot deck, like I said, and shuffle it, and then if you're going to look for clarification, just take as many cards as you want, so it can kind of give you a little bit better direction. But that's pretty much all I got for that. Since there's no guidebook, you're gonna basically have to use your brain, use your noggin. Yeah, this one you would really have to take, this deck you would really have to take your time with and really do a deep eyeball of the illustration and look at the keyword to kind of understand. And it's going to be, there's no right or wrong way to interpret this. This is going to be your own perspective and your own intuition, basically. So this deck is going to make you work for it. In simpler terms, it really is. And I do like decks that make you think, make you look past the just, what am I trying to say? Just make you think deeper into it. Like, what is this saying to me? And it can help you build your intuition, because you can just basically look at the card and write down the first things that come to your mind. And that could be what you have for it, what your spirit guides, your intuition, whatever you want to call it, is telling you what that card means to you at that time. And it's not always going to mean the same thing every time you draw the card, which is very nice. It will. But that is all I have for this deck. Let me know what you think of it, and if you got it on your wish list, or if you bought it after seeing my deck. Always love to hear it. I love it when you guys tell me that because of my video you went and got it. It warms my little heart to know that I'm helping people discover new decks. And I know right now money's a little tight, and I know that a lot of people have to be mindful of their spending. I have cut back myself on my deck spending because it's so overwhelming with so many new decks being put out there. But my goal of my videos is to basically help you with your decision and to show you some new decks out there and old. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.